Okay, we should. All right, how y'all doing? I'm here with them all the way from Greece. Kalia Kourouni, super featherweight. Yeah, it's super featherweight, right? 130, 135, and your last fight was at 140, correct?
Yes.
Okay. So just let everybody know, where you're from and how it is that you got into the sport.
Hi, I'm Kalia Kourouni. I am from Greece, from Sparta. I am original Spartana. Both parents are from Sparta. All my life is training because in Sparta, if you know, we grown up is in our mentality and it's very necessary. We know boxing, wrestling, knives, shooting. After school, always we have 3 hours training. Usually the girls, they must know to cook or to do house in the house some things. But because my father was world champion in Greco-Romania wrestling and was a champion in boxing, he do the same time. He was policeman, but the same time was a coach. And some girls, if they want, with our permission, we can take a part every day after the school, 3 hours, because it was important for the boys. Uh, when we go 5 years old, 3 hours training is like a school. After school, we have 3 hours training. And my father passed away when I was 15 years old, and I was a little naughty girl. And I fight in the streets one day, and my first coach, he see me when I fight with 3 boys in the street. He tried to separate. I was like a crazy,
Mhm.
and like this, after this, start my journey in the boxing and kickboxing the same time. And hopefully, the boxing come in my life to improve my skills as a fighter, not just to fight in the streets, because my first coach tell me you can do that and you take money from that. And after I changed a lot of my personality because with the boxing I adopt as a lot of discipline. I am very polite girl. Always I was good girl, but do you know when passed away my father, I was like a crazy, like a lion in the cage. I have a lot of emotion and a lot of angry. Sorry if I do any mistake in my English.
No, your English is fine. Your English is fine.
And yes, boxing, it's not only to make me champion. Of course, I have very big goals. I have to only do 10 steps and I have to go 90 more at the stand to can tell, okay, I be in the top. Every month, every day, just I do a little step. Of course, now I be 1 year out because I did surgery in my knee, ACL. But now I come back, and when I was ready to fight in Christmas, happened all that with Corona, and not only for me, but a lot of fighters they have the problem to can take a part in the fights.
And boxing kind of, because I hear that a lot from a lot of different fighters that they had a lot of anger and boxing kind of helped them control it, and it gave
Yes,
them a lot of structure and discipline.
I am completely different person. When I start 2010, I am 28 now. I was 18. I am completely different person now. I'm very emotional. I cry very easy because I put all my energy in sparrings, in punts. But at the same time, I am a girl. I keep a lot of my femininity, and I am a normal girl with my emotions, and I'm very sensitive. And because I'm very not exactly aggressive, but because I'm a warrior fighter, not because I do boxing or champion, because I grown up in Sparta. My place is all warriors. No matter if be champion in MMA or boxing, we grown up to be like warriors. We are ready anytime to fight. Of course, that is a benefit to my boxing career, but at the same time, I keep my femininity because I want to inspire little children. Look me, I was very aggressive, and now I'm a lady. Because you can be lady and at the same time you can be fighter. I separate that. I hope one day be wife, be mother. I like that. And I want to inspire my children. I'm a mom, I can be sweet and all that.
Well, I wanted to ask you about maintaining your femininity because this seems to be like a small issue in the sport of boxing as to whether or not it's appropriate for a female fighter to use her femininity to market herself. Now, myself, I don't think there's a problem with that because that's basically how everything is. You know, whether you talk about movies, merchandising, products, people use what they have. So if a woman can use her looks to sell tickets, I don't see what's wrong with that.
Look, I don't use that. Just I am myself. In Germany, my ex-manager, he likes that. To be lady, a beautiful girl, as he called me, and at the same time I can be beast mode. And that was very marketable in Germany. I didn't use or act something different. I was myself. For example, I am collector to Barbie or Hello Kitty, and always in my training, I want to have a teddy bear. For someone, tell, she's stupid, she's crazy. But for me, give me that positive. Or when I wear all the time pink. For me, the pink color is a positive color. And at the same time, when you are every day with the boys around you, you sweat, you bleed, that little teddy bear or the pink color maybe make me to feel a little more nice with myself because I like myself to be girl. And as I told you in Germany, that was very marketable. When I come in UK, I have a lot of bullying for this. Really, I don't tell you something more. I tell you exactly the truth. When I did my first weight in, I was a little sexy than the other English girls in boxing. And I give a lot of bullying. Unfortunately, my parents, they give me very femininity body. Understand what I mean? Other girls, they pay to put the breast or ass. Me, as Spartana, I have already that. And unfortunately, when you're doing the weight in, you can show more your body because in the trainings I respect a lot my coaches or the boys and always I wear large clothes. I don't like to wear tights or tops. Of course, if one girl do that, I don't judge. Just I don't feel comfortable. I want to respect me as a fighter. I don't want when I do training the boys look my ass, look my tits. Understand what I mean? But in the weight in, because it's my job, I want to be sexy girl. In the press conference, I want to wear nice clothes to be lady, and in the ring is something different. I want to improve my skills, not just to use my beauty. There,
Mhm.
I'm a fighter. I'm not a girl, I'm not a boy, I'm a fighter. The same in the gym. And yes, when I come in UK before 3 years, I have a big bullying. Hopefully, I get wins. And after the people to do me bullying, they can understand, look, I keep Hello Kitty or I wear sex underwear or the pink, but at the same time, I'm a good boxer. But need a lot of time, maybe 1 year, 2 years, to people accept me. Of course, when you do boxing or any sports and you are public, the people judge you. Some people they tell you, I like Kalia, is good boxer. Some other, I don't like Kalia. Muhammad Ali, some people like him, some people don't like him, and was legend. And Mike Tyson the same, and many other boxers, Mayweather and other boxers.
Mhm.
You cannot be acceptable or the people like you. I try to be rude. I am very rude with myself. Many times I see video, tell, oh, what the fuck, how you fight. I don't like. Many times my coaches, they tell me it's good. Me, I tell no, it's not good. Because if you want to be the best and you be in the top, you must be rude.
Yeah.
Never after my fights I tell, wow, wow, I win. No, because after this fight come other fight, and I must improve my mistakes. For example, before 2 years, I was more brawler because I have that Spartan fighter, the spark, and I want to go into crazy. Now, after 10 years, I understand the boxing sport. It's not just you are tough and go in. It's like a chess. You need brain. And unfortunately, before 2 years, I mean 8 years, because now I do 10 years, I was very good fighter. I was not good boxer. Now I see myself after 10 years, and I tell yes, Kalia, now you are good boxer. Now you turn your hooks. Now you have good distance, you have good balance. Before, just I was like a crazy to go front. But this is not boxing, it was a fight.
Mm-hmm.
These two different things. Of course, my trainers tell the brave heart as I had, that cannot fix in the train. With that, you you born. Of course, I have the more basic things, the brave heart, but this is not enough if you want to be the best. You need technique, you need speed, you need balance, uh, you need the
Good jab.
fight on, you need to be clever, you need a total package. Now I can tell you when I fight next, I feel I have that total package. Before, miss a lot of things, like I didn't have the technique at
Well,
the start.
I wanted to ask you because I've seen, I followed your career. I've seen you fought at 130 before, mostly 130, 135, and your last fight was at 140. Where should we expect to see you in your next fight? Do you want to campaign as a super featherweight, a lightweight, or a super lightweight?
Uh, do you know you will laugh? I am multi-weight. I mean, it's very easy for me to go 70 kilos, and it's very easy for me to go 59 kilos.
Mm, mm,
I feel very good in all the divisions.
hmm.
And do you know, it's about the challenge. If you tell me to fight Clarissa Shields, because I like her a lot,
She's
I,
nice.
I like her. For example, if you tell me choose Katie Taylor or Clarissa Shields, I'm not interested for Taylor. Yes, she's a good fighter, I respect her, but I'm not interested. Clarissa Shields, I like it. If I lost or win, I don't care. I will do good fights, and
Mm,
that makes me motivated to go in the gym to do many hours, because if you want to be the best, you want to win the best, you want to challenge the best.
yeah.
Unfortunately, as you know, and me, I cannot change the boxing sport. In the first fights, you don't challenge the best opponents. You know, the boxing is like a business. If you ask me, of the first fight, I want to challenge the best, but the managers, you know, they have their tactic. I cannot change the boxing. If you ask me who I want to fight, yes, I tell you Clarissa Shields, I tell you Heather Hardy, I tell you Natasha Jonas, I want Michaela Mayer, I want to
Mm,
fight good opponents.
hmm.
But the managers see something more. For example, I was, and before 2 years I won that fight, but I wasn't ready. Of course, if you tell me fight, I fight,
Hmm.
but I wasn't ready. The managers, they want to do when you are ready, not just to take a part in the fight, but you win the fight.
Yeah.
I have offers for WBC, for WBO, but my managers, they don't feel I was ready, because or to fight for vacant belt.
Mhm.
because I don't want to be paper champ
Mhm.
just to buy a belt. Because do you know, unfortunately, they don't go forward the real talents. This is the truth.
Some. That's
If
true.
you if you have a good promotion or good sponsor, it's very easy. I mean, I have good sponsors. I can buy a vacant belt, but I'm not interesting, and my team I'm not interesting. Uh, for example, you see Sandel Cameron is very good fighter. She fights Sunday for vacant belt. This is not my okay. She will win. The opponent, it's okay for her. Tamam,
Hmm.
but it's not the same if you win a big name, if you win a champion, because if you want to be champion, you must beat the champion.
Yeah, I
It's very
mean, it is. It's like, and people notice it. You know, when if there's a reigning champion and you beat the champion as opposed to fighting for a belt that no one was holding, it's different. The champion is going to fight hard to keep their belt, and if
exactly. But because you like boxing, you know boxing, you thinking like this. As the people, for example, I tell you for my division, for sure, I tell you, just to make clear, I respect all the girls. Anyone to go in the ring, no matter if it's good or bad, has balls to do a
Mhm.
boxing fight. And I respect anyone fighter. But for example, Terry Harper, she do some fights, she take the vacant IBO world belt, and after Eddie Hearn or other people open their eyes. Before this, no one give a fuck.
Mm.
For example, like me now, I have 11-2, good record, not bad, not brilliant, but very good record.
Good record.
But okay, who is Pink Tyson? Okay, it's a charming girl, fighter, that's it. If Pink Tyson next week fight like Sandel Camero for WBC World Belt, vacant, wow, you are world champion. And this is unfair at the sun because I told you I don't chance. I respect Sandel, I respect Terry, I respect anyone. But if you want to be real, come on.
I think that
If
it's a byproduct. It's a byproduct of the business because I know that Chantel's situation. Chantel was the mandatory for a while, and I followed that situation, and I was wondering, you know, I feel that sometimes the WBC, the WBO, the IBF, and the WBA. Well, I won't say that about the IBF, but the other three, I feel like sometimes they don't do their job because she fought to become the mandatory challenger for the WBC title, but they never ordered the fight. They have to do. I feel like sometimes it's not even the fighters and the managers. So all the time,
not
sometimes
only partners, Eddie
no, not
Hearn,
even him.
the
Not even him. Because in that situation with Chantel, Chantel had got the title shot, and the problem there was that the WBC never ordered the fight. They never ordered it. So if they don't order the fight, she doesn't get to fight the champion. The champion ends up going up.
money
Yeah, yeah. And that they want money. And that's a part of what
at the
messes
start.
things
Eddie
up.
Hearn has the money.
He
If
does, but in
me,
that situation, I remember at that time when she fought I believe that was Anais de Sanchez that she fought at her 140 for the mandatory spot. And she wasn't with Eddie Hearn at the time. She wasn't with him yet. She because she didn't get with him until I'll say maybe a couple of months ago. Whereas that title shot, that's from way back. And I was like, yo, dog, like she fought that girl a long time ago. When is the WBC? Because I blame the WBC for that. I was like, when are they going to order that fight? Because that was a while ago. They should have been ordered that fight. They never did. And I feel like the sanctioning bodies, they have their role to play. That you're here to do a job. You're here to rank the fighters, the contenders, and you're here to rank the champions. And a lot of times I pay attention. I pay close attention to what they're doing. I'm like, they don't do their job. Some of them, some more than others. I like the IBF. I like the WBO. The WBC, if I'm being honest, I don't got a lot of nice things to say about them because I see that they do that a lot. That you wait for them to order a fight and they don't order it. Or they play with the ranks. They move the fighters around in a way that they want.
And the box rec, many times, you tell, what the fuck, in box rec. For
Yeah.
example, I have better record, and I see other girls, I tell, what the fuck, I crazy. And my ex-manager tell me they are mafia. But,
Well,
do you
I would
know,
say
I tell me,
BoxRec
sorry.
is a computer. See, the reason I don't go on BoxRec the reason I don't criticize them too much is because BoxRec's rankings are not necessarily like the WBCs. It's not like that. BoxRec's rankings are basically an algorithm. It's tantamount to a computer program that tabulates points. So it's not even necessarily a person that is orchestrating a list. It's literally an algorithm and it operates on a certain premise. That's why even though BoxRec's rankings aren't perfect, you can kind of say that they're the most honest because it's not necessarily a person that's making them. It's an equation. It's an algorithm. So it kind of, I would criticize the alphabet titles before I would criticize BoxRec because with the alphabet titles, they have a job to do. You have contenders that are ranked. They're paying sanctioning fees to you to be ranked. And some of them never get their title shots. And
But
that's not
again,
right.
I tell you something. Look WBO with Meyer and Broniska. How many months or near 1 year Meyer was the majority to try to take that chance, but when Eddie Hearn signed Broniska, just happened. Understand what I mean? It was more
Mm-hmm.
easy
Mm-hmm.
because this is the truth. Many people maybe don't like me after this, but this is the truth. Understand? It's all about business, all about money. Of course, if you are talent, will be with more slow, but will happen one day. I don't have the big promotion because look, I was at Team Sauerland, is the best in Europe. But after I
Yeah,
come in
throwing
England,
promotion.
because yes, because I come in England after because my dream was to go to matchroom. But the system here in English is a little set. Not a little, it's a lot of set. What I mean, you must sell tickets if you want to take money. Me, when I come, I am from Greece. Of course, I have my fan club, but again, that need build. But I did 8 rounds or 6 rounds, and I must sell tickets to take money. I didn't have the salary as I have in my first fight. And in my last fight, my opponent take a lot of more money than me because the promoter pay her, but because me, I was the home girl, I must sell tickets. And this is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
If someone wants to sell tickets, don't take money.
Mm-hmm.
And hopefully I have some good sponsors to pay, for example, my opponent. If I didn't have that, other English boys or girls, they must sell tickets to pay the opponent, to pay money home. That means to the show, the promoter. It's like
Mm-hmm.
to pay to fight.
Basically, in the beginning, yeah, that's what they do. That is what they do. I think that
Exactly. But
it.
me, I don't have father, as I told you, passed away. My family was okay, but we are not rich.
Mm-hmm.
I'm very proud girl because you know in women boxing or any woman business, they have two ways. The proud way, and you can use your body, your beauty. You know how got that.
Yeah.
I have many I have many offers in that 10 years. I don't call myself beautiful. That they will tell other people for me. But for sure, I look good for a girl fighter. I have many offers for managers, promoters, for anything you can imagine. You want, if you do that, fuck you, understand? My father, I want to be proud, my brothers. I don't tell you it's all the girls like this. Understand what I mean? But I
Yeah, yeah,
have
yeah.
a lot of offers to do that.
I
And
think what's important. I think what's important is that you do whatever you are comfortable with. You know, if you're comfortable doing this or if you're comfortable doing that, it's all up to you because it's your body. You're the fighter. You decide how you want your career to go.
no,
Nobody should pressure you into, oh, well, you should do this. You know what I mean? You should decide, be able to decide what you want to do.
do you know my dream is, of course, to be WBC champion, to be a disputing champion. Of course, for that reason, I train all day. But if I don't succeed that, I know I have succeeded as a person. Any gym I go, any country I go, they respect me. Maybe some people they don't like me as a boxer, but no one can tell me, she's bad girl, she's slut. Understand what I mean? They
Mm-hmm.
can tell maybe I'm not good fighter or good fighter, but all they can tell I'm a good girl. And you know, I want to be champion in the life. Of course, as I told you, is my dream WBC that. But I know many champions, and they are very bad personalities, very bad. Me,
Mm-hmm.
I want, if I get money from boxing, of course, I would like to have a nice home and that, but my priority is to help people. Because always I was poor, I was not in luxurious life, and I
Mm-hmm.
don't care just to wear a Rolex watch, to take a nice car, I don't care. If that
Mm-hmm.
money I can use to open a hospital or I do a charities, because already now, without take thousands, from my fights, I do many times charities. Not to talk about with you as a reporter or someone else. I do for myself because I want to inspire. If I be mother, my children, or if I be coach one day, first we be good people, and after we be, because I know very good boxers, and they are assholes, and when you want to be champion, you must inspire people. And one real champion first must be good person. It's different the trash talking and all that. I
Mm-hmm.
tell you how you act in your life. I mean, for me, I can't imagine myself a real champion take anabolics,
Mm.
take drugs.
And there's a
Uh,
lot of that. There's a lot of that.
Exactly. For me, what I do to be WBC champion or big name and money, and I take drugs or anabolics. No. We must show the boxing sport is a nice sport to inspire little children, if be champions or no, to can defend, to have confidence. And the boxing sport can give you many benefits, if it's the right word.
Mm-hmm.
But if I be champion and at the same time be scandal with my name in drunks or I fail to drunk test, no. Look, I am all day in the gym. I train 3-4 times per day. I try to do my diet. It's not easy. It's not easy to wake up 6 o'clock to run. It's not easy to eat a little cucumber with a little tuna. It's not easy. But if you want to be champion, that difficult things make you champion, and a good personality. If I can be champion and I take cocaine, drugs, weeds, all that, this is ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe now I'm the pink Tyson, okay, from Sparta. Maybe I'm not the WBC champion, but I try to inspire girl. Look, I keep my femininity. I'm a good girl. I try, understand anything I can, and I don't stop try. If come the big promotion and give me the opportunity for belts, okay. But if not come, I know I try with my proud way.
And you didn't sell your soul. You didn't sell your soul
Sorry?
to do it. You didn't sell your soul to do it.
No, never. I don't want. I'm
Yeah,
proud.
I understand. Now, one thing that I ask everybody that comes on here about is the 3 minute round. You, as a fighter, in the fights that you've had, have you ever wanted more time to maybe hurt the girl? That you got the girl hurt, but the rounds are too short because the rounds are only 2 minutes. Did you ever want for there to be a 3 minute round, or are you content with the way that it is?
I think the problem in women boxing, it's not the more minutes. Of course, will be positive because before 2 fights, in the last round, the girl I cut her, but because it was 30 seconds, the referee don't stop. If it was 1 minute, I do the damage. Of course, it's positive the more minutes, but I don't think this is the problem. Why the women boxing is not so big? It's a little boring. The people don't need only good fighters. They need all the total package. When you talk, the people, wow, it's okay if it's trash talking, if it's tear down, if it's something clever. They are very boring. Right now, many girls champions, they are very boring. I tell you, for example, Taylor is a brilliant boxer. Absolutely brilliant boxer. I respect her. Has a big background, but it's so boring.
You think she doesn't have much personality?
No, it's boring.
And
Many girls is boring.
so I'll say I'm gonna name somebody. I'm gonna name a couple of fighters, and I want you to tell me what you think.
Honestly, I don't judge. Like me, maybe you can judge me. They tell her she's blood stupid.
Well, think about it. Think about it this way. I'm gonna ask you these questions as you, a boxing fan, not as a fighter, but a boxing fan that you enjoy the sport. Like,
Yeah. Tell
okay,
me anything.
so if I say Clarissa Shields, I don't think she has a boring personality. Would you agree with that?
No, as I told you, was the first name I tell you I'm interested to fight. But Clarissa Shields, I like her a lot, but sometimes is more too much. Go a little over. But again, it's not bad. If I have to choose something boring or Clarissa Shields, 100% Clarissa Shields. I like her.
Yeah, I like her. I mean, like, the way I think about Clarissa is she's good for business. She's entertaining. She makes people talk. Whether they say good things or bad things, she makes people talk.
I told you, I like her 100%. But sometimes go a little more over. I prefer, because has all the total package, that just do a little more things and after tell yourself I'm the best. But I understand and hear she must do marketing for herself.
Yeah.
That,
Yeah.
in my eyes, and is very okay. But for other
So
people, it's a little too much. But for me, as a Kalia, we need that.
now I'll say I'm gonna name another fighter. Do you think she's
Yes.
boring? Do you think she's boring or not boring? Chantel Cameron, boring, not boring?
No interesting. is I tell you something. Some fight. I tell you, for example, myself, Kobereng. Maybe Chantel is better fighter, for example, than me. But the people more interesting, they will look my fight or my interview than her. If see, now the promotion, and that help a lot. It's very big support to have much room. You go explosive your career. You can understand.
Yeah.
It's a good fighter, but boring. It's nothing. It's no styling. Clarissa said, of course, Clarissa said is a good fighter, but if not good fighter, you will go to see her.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because
Or at least she'll get your
what she will
attention.
now, what she will do. I don't have that interesting to give money to go see Chantel Camera. Okay. Okay. It's a good boxer. Okay. Do you know every day I see good boxers in sparring? Okay. She doesn't have the total package. It's like a Taylor. Understand? It's like the same line.
Do you feel that maybe some fighters are too polite. You know, that they need to, that perhaps they should sell themselves a little more, because women's boxing needs attention around the world. You know, it needs
I
attention
told
and
you
it needs
that we need
personalities.
the minutes that we need.
Mm-hmm.
There's something more. And again, if you put 3 minutes, and again, will be boring the women boxing.
Mm.
We'll need more personalities. As I told Chris, I see. We need more.
Mm.
I
I,
like Mayer how go the business.
I like. I want to say this, that this is one of the more interesting takes that I've ever heard on it. That it's not about the minutes. It's not about having 2 minutes or having 3 minutes. It's that the sport needs more characters. That's actually one of the
Exactly.
best. Go ahead.
Exactly. Because they tell, okay, minutes, money. How you pay more the women boxing when you don't give a show?
Mm.
Muhammad Ali, Tyson, they are brilliant boxers, but at the same time give a show.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
It's
That's true.
boring. We need characters,
Mm.
something more.
That
And
honestly, that's one of the, because you know the argument. The argument is that if there were more knockouts, there would be more fans. And your take is actually one of the more interesting takes I've ever heard, because you're saying it's not about knockouts and it's not about minutes. It's about personalities. It's about
I,
character and
I
showmanship.
believe that. Yes,
Mm.
yes, yes. I believe that.
That
I
no,
believe
no,
because
that makes a
and
lot
the
of sense.
and the more minutes, maybe we'll give a little percent more in knockouts. But don't imagine they change wow, because the
Mm.
women's, we are tough. We can give, but we can get in punches. The women team is more tough than the men. Makes
Mm.
sense, my what I mean. It's not
No, I understand.
only
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I understand
it's it
that it's not
depends who.
about the minutes. It's not about the minutes, and I think that one issue that women's boxing faces that men's boxing doesn't necessarily face is a lot of people don't know the characters. They don't know, they might not know Kalia Kourouni. They might not know how she talks and how she, how she is. They don't know Chantel. They don't know how she talks. They don't know how she is, which is why here on the channel, what I try to do with every fighter that comes on, I've talked about you before. I've talked about Chantel before, and I try to familiarize people with the fighter so that by the time they're having a fight, you know who they are, you know how they fight, you know what their backstory is, so you're engaged. Because I think that that's the problem. There's a lot of good women fighters out there, but a lot of people don't know who they are, and that's what needs to change.
I do a clever question. Mayweather was knockout man. No. Mayweather was not knockout, but why he take a lot of attention for the fans? Because has the total package.
Mm-hmm.
Understand what I mean? Mayweather was not knockout man. Lomachenko is not knockout man. It's something more. Mayweather, he sell himself 100% because has, of course, was very good boxer and prove in the ring was very good
Mm-hmm.
boxer. But more interesting was his personality. For
Mm-hmm.
sure, for some they don't like him or some like him, but all they go to watch him in TV.
Exactly. I saw an interview where he said, "I don't care if you wrote a good article or if you wrote a bad article, long as you wrote an article." And that's perfect. That's perfect for boxing.
Exactly, understand? Exactly. And I am glad to agree with me because it's not about the minutes. Okay, maybe some knockouts a little more, but no. How you want money when you don't show something more to get the money?
Mm,
It's
mm,
business, all the business. If you want to take, you must give.
mm.
You just
That's
see a
um,
sparring, we do sparring, and many girls they wear the same clothes. What they do training? Maybe someone will tell me, Kalia, do you think the clothes? It's not only the clothes, but it's in the clothes. In my life, I believe the small details they do the big difference. When you go in the boxing ring, in the fight, must be like a show. The people pay. They want to see the fabulous clothes, the fabulous boxing. No matter if you are the best technique, is that you give the
It's the
spark
show.
to the people.
It's the show. It's the event.
Exactly. You cannot go. It's like when you go, for example, if we go first time date with you, for example, at the start, if you fancy me, and when I go first date, I fix my hair, I do my makeup. It's something wow. If you are married with someone, you cannot be every day with makeup and the hair.
That's true. That's true.
When you go first time for date, you must give the fairy tale. That is the word. The boxing fan, of course, they like knockouts, but they need the fairy tale. Do you know when people love Kalia? Wow, love Kalia, Kalia Kourouni. When I lost, they will love my opponent. The point is
That's true.
to
They're like
to
this. They're
keep.
like this. They're
Exactly.
wishy-washy.
The point is to keep your fans, no matter if you win or lose, you have win them with all the other total package. Because your skills, they will prove in the training. Maybe not perfect, but every time you will prove every fight.
But it's
If
selling.
you love,
I see your point. I see your point that it's about selling. It's not just a fight. It's not just, oh, we're selling boxing. It's selling the spectacle, the event, the fairy tale. That it's more than just throwing punches and working on your jab and setting up your right hand. It's
exactly,
the
because what you
spectacle.
can see to the gym every day. Why to pay a lot of money to come to see you? Because you must have that something, the fairy tale. Do you know? I tell you something stupid. I signed a new contract in Las Vegas, but because it's the border closed, because I will remove now, I will go in USA and I will start there. I will train in Mayweather gym, blah blah. Look now, I will train in Mayweather gym, but what is the difference to do just in other gym? No difference. But for the sponsors I have, or for the people I have, they listen, you do Mayweather gym. Wow. If I go in the other gym, it's the same gym. I do the same training. But it's not a fairy tale. Understand what I mean or no?
Yeah, yeah.
It's like the clothes or the shoes. It's different to wear Jordan shoes, and maybe you wear something more beautiful to take for H&M, but it's not a Jordan. What that means, the fairy tale in our sport is very important. In everything is the fairy tale. I don't
No, it
tell you
is.
to be
It is because that's
no,
that. See, you call it the fairy tale, and what I like to refer to it as is the sizzle. It's the sizzle.
yes,
It's the selling point. It's the mystery.
exactly
It
that is the English word I try to find. This is
yeah,
exactly.
and it, without that, without that, it's not intriguing because other than that, it's just gonna be two people throwing punches at each other. You need characters. You need showmanship. You need a spectacle, and you got to doll it up because otherwise, it's just two people punching each other.
And you
You need
need
fairy tale.
and you need more to be fair, not be business. Unfortunately, in women, it's more easy to buy a vacant belt.
Mm,
In the men, it's not so easy the vacant belt. Usually, you must beat a champion and be new champion. For that reason, the woman no interesting. Why someone to pay, for example, for Sandel is good fighter to take a vacant belt with someone moderate opponent from Brazil? Okay, so has good record, but okay, we know all we win.
mm,
Okay, understand what I mean. But if
mm.
you put Chantel Cameron with Katie Taylor, or Chantel Cameron with Mayer, or Chantel Cameron with Clarissa Shields, for example, with someone name,
Mm-hmm,
will attract.
mm-hmm.
Who give a fuck to see a fight
Mm.
with a vet belt from someone opponent from Brazil? Okay, without no one, anyone. For that reason,
I
now
understand what you mean. I like I get it. I get it. And I guess that see, another thing that I have with boxing, right, is that like the girl she's fighting, Adriana Araujo. I've seen her. I've watched a couple of her fights, and it's like the average boxing fan, they don't understand they really don't understand what they're looking at. So they'll look at that fighter and they'll think, oh well, who's she? Where's she from? Not realizing that's a dangerous fighter. The fight that Chantel's about to have, that's a dangerous fight. Like to me, that's maybe 60-40. 60-40.
Of
Because that
course,
girl,
I don't tell you about if it's dangerous or not. I tell you why don't attractive people to pay to see that. That I
yeah,
tell you, it's completely
yeah,
different that.
yeah. It's a different conversation.
Like like Broniska, for example, always was in fucking Poland, home, bring the opponent paying. She has lost 3-4 times, but in the paper win because
Yeah, I mean, I saw when she fought she fought Lucas Mathise's little sister, Edith Soledad Matisse, and yo, Edith won that fight, dog. Like she won that fight, man. She ain't winning on paper, but she won that
but
fight.
no, that safety is, for example, I tell you, I go in Switzerland, I was the underdog to fight Vivian Openaf. I
Mm-hmm,
won the 6 rounds, not all the 4. I won. I
mm-hmm.
don't tell you just won, blah blah. I promise you I won. But was the home girl, and they give 4 to her, 2 to me. What the fuck?
Yep.
Why the point is interesting when you know if someone come in Greece, for example, Kalia win.
Yeah,
If you
yeah.
go in England, they are win. This is bad.
I tried
For
to
now,
look up
if
the
now
fight because
I do,
I saw that you fought her in what was it? 2015 you fought her. 2015, right?
and I was
And,
not good. I was not good boxer like now, but I won.
mhm.
I wasn't.
And both of
I
you,
wasn't.
because I know your record. I know your record, and I know her record. And I'm like, also they fought a while ago, like, and you were both undefeated. You were undefeated, and she was undefeated, and this was a couple of years ago. But I tried to find footage of the fight. I couldn't find footage of the fight,
Yes,
on
but I
YouTube.
go. Yes, I go. I go. I didn't scare, understand? And not for
Mhm,
a lot of money or belt. I go because I'm a fighter. They cheat me. I sad. I have depression. It was very bad for me.
mhm.
After I come back, after again in England with English opponent, I was again the underdog. And I won clearly after the Germany Federation that. But what I do, I'm a fighter. I don't want to be paper jump just to have a good record. I promise you that two lost I have, I promise you I don't lost. I, especially with Sergol, especially with that, I was very bad depression. But that make me, of course, depressed. But at the same time, I tell, okay, I work more hard. Don't give any room. Of course, was not very big difference. Was close fight at the start. And after,
Mhm.
but I don't see after the result. I see my mistakes. I say, slap your hook,
I
Kala.
wanted
Not
to
good.
ask
Not
you about that. I wanted to ask you about that. Not that because I kind of feel like Vivian might retire. I feel like she might, but I would
many
ask.
times we tell her for the match. Many times. She
That's what I
doesn't.
was.
No,
That's
no,
what I
many
was going to ask
times.
about. Like, if the opportunity presented itself for you to have a rematch with Vivian, do you want
Uh,
it?
yes, I told you already. We do here. If you see with Vivian, I fight after 20 days again.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Same
yeah.
time we do rematch again before 1 year again. She doesn't accept.
Mm.
Of course,
Mm.
maybe for her the money wasn't enough.
Mm-hmm.
Because when she fight matchroom, she take a lot of money for Taylor or Jonas.
Yeah,
Me,
because she fought a lot of them. She fought Katie. She fought Chantel.
and
She fought
Canada,
Terry.
Jonas, Eva Broniska, she won
Mhm.
Eva Broniska, by the way. She won Vivian, but in the paper don't want.
Yeah,
Of
yeah.
course, the girl has very high salary. Maybe she doesn't accept the fight because when you take 25,000 and we give you 10,000, maybe that don't make you interesting. But
Mm-hmm.
me and my, we have do 3 times offer to Vivian and 4 times to other Sergol. Sergol retired.
Mm-hmm.
But of course I want to fight. And do you know now, if I was a fighter and brawler, not good boxer, and again I won in 6 rounds, now because I'm a good boxer, as tell me my coach, I'm boxer puncher, something like this. Now I don't give the room to go 6 rounds or 8 rounds. But do you know,
Mm-hmm.
I don't like to talk many big words. I like to show big actions. But for sure, I can tell you, we offered to that to girls to lost many times rematch. And interesting for me, I am interesting a lot, especially for Vivian, because look, Vivian KO Jonas.
Mm-hmm. I
Uh,
remember that. I remember that.
and after her name bigger. Of
Yeah,
course, Jonas is one of my favorites. I like her a lot, and I
me
like
too.
it. And, okay, you see, we have the same talent, and I
Mhm.
like a lot in her personality. She's a lady. I like her. I don't know her personal, but now because I'm in Liverpool in training camp, when I start my sparrings, my coach will contact with her coach for sparring, and I would like to share with her. It's one fighter I like it,
Yeah,
and because has
I actually got to have her on the show, and she's just really like she's a great fighter. Don't get me wrong, but she's just really nice and calm and just
yes, that I
nice.
tell you, I like her personality, the total package. You
Mm-hmm.
see, you asked me, I told you the truth. I tell you, Chantel is boring. You see, Jonas, of course, I respect all the girls. I don't want someone to put in my mouth something bad. I respect anyone, but we cannot like anyone as persons. Yes, and Jonas, the Vivian, because bigger her name for Jonas after fight, I want more because I tell, okay, if I fight now rematch and I win here, my name be bigger. We do many times offer for rematch. Last time was before my surgery. My surgery was December. We offered her September, but no, I don't tell you she's chicken. She scared me.
Mm-hmm.
She doesn't accept.
Mm-hmm.
Why doesn't accept? Maybe scared. Maybe the money is not enough. Maybe has her reasons. But I can tell you for sure she doesn't accept
Mm-hmm.
many years
I mean,
that she fight.
I know. She had the Jonas fight. The Jonas fight was for a WBA title, not the full title, but it was for like a type of
WBA the
WBA title.
national.
She went,
WBA the national.
yeah, and she went from Jonas into Hamadouche. And did you see the Hamadouche fight?
No, I don't see that.
Hamadouche. Yeah, I mean, she beat. I mean, like she beat the shit out of her. Like Hamadouche beat, like she beat the shit out of her dog. Like it was like, yo. So
But she,
I think that's why she didn't fight at least for a little while after that because she beat the
but
shit out
before
of her.
Maiva Hamadouche, I told you, if you see the fight was 2014 or 15, after 20 days, my ex-manager, Mr. Rainer Kodak, she do rematch, we fight in Team Sauerland. She doesn't accept.
Mm,
And I
mm,
told you, then I was very good fighter, just go front. I was not good boxer. Now she don't have a chance. But
mm,
I hope the best for her. I don't know. But and with Chantel Cameron, if you see, she doesn't fit. She go only for the money. For
mm,
that reason, if you see with Chantel Cameron, just she stop. When was the
mm,
time? She tell no, I cannot continue.
mm. I know that
Was not was not knockout. Just she doesn't want to continue.
well, I didn't, to me, because this is all news to me. I didn't know that you guys actually reached out to her for the rematch. So now what I'm probably going to do is start applying pressure a little bit because I would like to see a rematch. Why not? I'm a boxing fan. I want to see a rematch. They have a rematch. So I'm going to start saying, like,
No,
yo,
I want to happen that. Do you know? It's not. It's the best for my comeback because my
I,
name be boom. Because in England, I tell Vivian is very big name because beats Jonas. For me, because Jonas is brilliant fighter, and now after Terry Harper wow, more big, because by my opinion she won, but it's okay.
Yeah.
But can you imagine if I close that fight, because he's very famous opponent to beat Jonas, a very big name in England, will be the best for me promotion. Pink Tyson fight Vivian, and if I win, after they tell us she win that girl to KO Jonas, understand? For
Well,
that reason, for
that's what I
fight.
wanted to ask you about. That I was on Twitter yesterday, and I saw a tweet from Natasha Jonas, and Natasha was talking about how there was a lot of different fights that fell through for her. That she was trying to have certain fights with certain people. So if they offered you that fight, if they offered you Natasha Jonas for your next fight, would you take it, or would you want to wait
Uh,
before you have a fight like that?
I tell you first, before 2 years, Siesta boxing promotion, I don't remember his last name. He told me about that fight. I don't know if it's his words. I tell you what he tell us. We tell yes, okay, Jonas. But after tell her coach Jonas, she doesn't want because was after Vivian.
Mm,
Of course, maybe he tell that. Maybe never happened the proposal to Jonas or her coach because I respect both. Yes, of course I want. Because do you know, and again, if she beat me, I don't think she can beat me, but if she beat me, I will tell, okay, she beat me a good boxer.
mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Because it's different to lose. Like when I lost that English opponent, I tell you, hurt me more because wasn't something better, understand, for me.
Yeah.
And
I
that
get it.
hurt me more. If that, for example, with Vivian, I sad, I cry, but after 20 days, I fight again.
Mm-hmm.
With again Sergold, I be 1 year out. My mental, I was so bad depression. I have one boyfriend. I separate the boyfriend. They come all together. I was very bad. After this loss, was for me, do you know, they tell the biggest demons for one boxer is one loss or injury.
Mm-hmm.
That loss was the biggest demon. I was very bad depression. My mental was set. And I work a lot with psychology doctor and I want to retire. It was very bad, that loss.
Mm-hmm.
That, but because not only to cheat me, because was not something wow the opponent. If I lost for someone wow, I tell okay, I share the ring with someone wow and I lost because was better that night.
Mm-hmm.
Of course I like to fight Jonas.
Mm-hmm.
I I like her as a boxer, as a girl, how she talk. I like her. I like her 100%.
Well, I'm gonna wrap it up here because I actually have to go deal with my son. I can literally hear him screaming in the other room. I don't know if you can hear him, but I can hear him. Like he just woke up and he's going crazy. I want to have you back on the show either next week or the week after that. We'll set something up now that we've had communications, and I look forward to talking to you again. Thank you for coming on, Kalia.
You like me. You see, when we text first time, we have good, how we tell, abra.
Yeah, I would say a rapport. I think that's the word in English, a rapport. Like we understand each other.
Okay, I respect. It's okay, I respect for that reason. You give me time, it's late there, and the least I can call you a reporter. It
So
was
just
nice talking
yeah, just keep in
and was
contact. I'll keep in contact with you, and I'll contact you for another time that that you can come back on because I can literally hear my son going crazy in the other room. So I'm gonna have to go.
yeah.
All right.
And I
Thank you,
hope
Kalia.
when we talk again to have the fight news because I talk for something and maybe in the next days I will share with you.
Okay, I'll keep in touch. Thank you for coming on. Bye bye.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Have a nice day. Thank you so much. Bye.